Chapter 8. Do not serve gods of the other. The other is the lustful eye. When a plague fell on Egypt, Israel came out from that place. In Exodus 12, when the plague of striking the firstborn son was brought down, King Pharaoh surrendered. Spiritually, the firstborn son was the greatest god, I. So that Israel rises inside the other, the unsealed word must fall upon us as well. The time of the plague for the other has now come. If the plague falls, Israel comes out. Spiritually, the other is my lustful eye. From God's point of view, I am the other. God will drop the plague on my lustful thought, which is the king of the other, and God will rescue Israel, that is life. Now, when God drops the unsealed word, my lustful self surrenders before his life force, and life becomes exposed. He even governs over the other. God is someone who governs over all civilizations, and even the other. The one who governs Israel, even including the entire other, is God. Whether a person believes or does not believe, God uses all of them. God gave Joseph a dream to send Israel into Egypt. He sent Joseph to Egypt first and trained him. He trained him so that he would not betray God no matter the situation, so that he could stand perfectly before God. Then God even gave Pharaoh a dream, and this dream showed him God's plan. God does not just use the believer who is inside the church. He even uses the person who does not believe. What is important, however, is the kind of tool by which the person is used. God, who dwells inside Israel, also uses the other to reveal himself. As Romans 9:17 states, King Pharaoh of Egypt was used for Israel. The other surrenders before the God of Israel. God plans such work and fulfills it. Now, we must open the eyes of our spirits. In this era, we do not know who will be used in whichever way. Until the entire civilization develops, the other is needed as well. So that God can fulfill his plan, he also uses those who do not believe. But ultimately, only God is revealed. He uses the other until civilization develops and makes it so that God's work, which will stand above civilization, is helped. He even controls the other and governs over them so that God can be revealed. No satisfaction with the things of this earth. God desires to fulfill his word on this earth and give us blessing. God is the source of blessing. We do not really know this blessing. Humans try to enjoy blessing by humanly attachments and think that it is a blessing when a lustful person finds satisfaction. However, genuine blessing is to unclothe the lustful earth and shift over to the land of God. We know blessing as things that can be seen, but God's blessing is different from the blessing of which we think. The person who is to receive blessing is inside our spirits. This person must wake up, open her eyes, and arise. Just as Solomon saw the Shulamite woman and said, "How beautiful you are," God looks at my life and loves it. God looks at the life inside my spirit and loves it. God looks at the life inside me and says, "You are truly beautiful." We must not mistake this with the beauty of my flesh. The truth of God is true beauty. When truth enters us, thankfulness, joy, and peace arise. But those who receive such truth in the flesh, their hearts increasingly dry up. If one receives truth in the flesh, the inside of the spirit does not fill up with God's things. so it dries up. There is no satisfaction with the things of avarice on this earth. When God's things come inside, they become fulfilled as the river of eternal living water. How beautiful must be the tree of life, planted at the river of the water of life. Such beauty must arise from inside us. Revelation 22 reveals that the water of life flows from the throne of God and of the Lamb. Jesus' flesh tore on the cross, and all water and blood spilled out from inside it. Because the river of the water of life flows inside our spirits, He fulfills perfection in matters of righteousness and matters of sin. Revelation 22:5 says, "There will be no more night. They will not need the light of a lamp or the light of the sun, for the Lord God will give them light." This refers to the joy of God being eternal inside us. The inside of the spirit of those who live and eat by God's things do not dry up. There is no satisfaction in the things of this earth, so people are always thirsty. The more we hold on to the things of the earth, more greed forms, and there is no satisfaction. But the more we dig God's things, the more they overflow, so greed does not arise. Do not serve other gods. In Exodus 20:3, God said, "You shall have no other gods before me." When we talk about other gods, we always know this as gods that can be seen, such as idols, statues, or ceremonials given to ancestors. This refers to other gods being at a place to which the word goes. There are no other gods at a place to which God does not go. With their heads, Christians say they know God, but it is difficult to find a person who has met God. To that much of a degree, there are not many people who have taken on the shape of God inside their spirits. The Word precisely is God, and such Word falls inside the Spirit. The object of God is always the life inside our spirits. He always wants to have a dialogue, not with the shape that can be seen, but with life, who cannot be seen. Now, when the seal of the Word breaks, God appears from inside it. When that God enters the Spirit, evil leaves. He comes to clean the inside of the Spirit. This is God's final judgment of fire. Other gods must be removed from inside me. Why did God always tell Israel to remove other gods? He said not to have other things at the place where God dwells. To let the Israelites go inside the land of Canaan, God drove out the other at every place they went. This was so that He could reveal His glory. We might see other gods as idols that can be seen, but this refers to anything besides God that snatches away my heart. He said not to serve other gods, but there are many times when we serve ourselves. Ultimately, I must strike myself with the Word.